morning. So today we are going to work on whole number operations with dividing. So I can divide whole numbers. You'll want to make sure you add this into your notebook as a good reference point as you continue working on operations with whole numbers, and even for you to use in the future when we start using division with decimals. So just to recap a little bit, some of our vocabulary. This first number in this problem, 1,914, is called the dividend. We're going to divide it by the divisor, which is 7. We're going to get our answer, which is the quotient. So when we set that up, the first number always goes inside of that division symbol. The second number goes on the outside. Sometimes you might see a division problem also written like a fraction. Same thing. Okay, just a few different ways that you might see it in 6th grade math and moving forward. So the first thing you'll want to do is ask yourself, how many times does 7 go into 1? And I know that 7 is larger than 1, so it cannot fit in to the number 1. So now I'm going to move over and see how many times 7 goes into 19. 7 goes into 19, 7, 14, 21's too many, so it goes in twice. And when I multiply 2 times 7, I get 14. I'm going to subtract that, and I'm going to end up with 5, and then I'm going to bring down my 1. Okay, so first I divided 7 into 19. Okay, that was step 1. And then I multiplied 2 times 7 to get 14. That was step 2. Then I subtracted 19 minus 14, which is 5. So subtracting was step 3. And then I brought down the next digit. So now I'm going to start all the way over again, and I'm going to start up at the top and say, how many times does 7 go into 51? Okay? And if I use my multiplication skills that I've been practicing, I know that 7 times 7 is 49. So 7 times 7, that's not too many, and it's the closest number. So 7 goes into 51 7 times, and 7 times 7 is 49. Now I'm going to subtract, and I need to borrow. 11 minus 9 is 2, and then I'm going to bring down. All right. Now I'm going to start right back over, and I'm going to see how many times 7 goes into 24. 7, 14, 21. That's as close as I can get without going over. So 3. I'm going to multiply 3 times 7 to get 21. I'm going to subtract. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So I'm left with 3. So sometimes you might see this written as 273, remainder 3. But in 6th grade math, we're going to want you to start practicing writing them as fractions. So my remainder is going to go as my numerator in my fraction, and my divisor is going to be used as my denominator. So my final answer is 273 and 3/7, and that is my quotient for my problem. Okay, so here's our next example. We are going to see how many times 9 can go into 924. The way I would read this math problem is 924 divided by 9. 924 is our dividend, 9 is our divisor. So first we're going to divide. How many times does 9 go into 9? Goes in 1 time. Then I'm going to multiply. 1 times 9 is 9. Then I'm going to subtract. 9 minus 9 is 0. And then I'm going to bring down my 2. Okay. Now the next step that I get to is to figure out how many times 9 goes into 2. And I know that 2 is less than 9, so that can't happen. So when I say 9 can't go into 2, I'm also saying that it goes in 0 times. So you divide 9 into 2, you get 0. You can multiply 0 times 9, subtract and bring down, but that would just be extra work because the value of 0 times 9 is 0. So you're subtracting 0 and you're going to end up with 2. So you're going to bring down the 4. So when you put that 0 up there after you've brought down, you're just going to bring down the next digit. So we're going to start over and divide. 9 goes into 24. twice. And we're going to multiply 9 times 2, which is 18. We're going to subtract. We're going to borrow. 14 minus 8 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. And there's nothing else to bring down because we have a remainder of 6. And in 6th grade math, we're going to turn that into a fraction. So 6 becomes our numerator. 9 becomes our denominator. Okay. In the future, we are going to practice simplifying that fraction from 6/9 to 2/3. So this is our final answer here. That is our quotient to our math problem. And if you have any questions, go ahead and send Mrs. H or I an email letting us know. And good luck. We appreciate you showing your work and including this into your notebook. Have a great day.